we get to head on over and talk about the Ryder Cup. I shouldn't say everybody's, golf nerds' favorite event when we get the chance to watch it, specifically from the United States and Europe. Sorry, other parts of the world. You guys can have the Olympics. This one's our thing.
That's right.
But we have the Ryder Cup. The odds are officially out. Currently, the United States is the favorite, currently coming off the board at minus 145 to win. Europe to win at plus 150 and plus 1100 to a tie if you're feeling spicy. But we got to talk about these rosters because I think the rosters, I mean, that's what everybody talks about for a good chunk of the season. This player's so close to getting an auto qualifying status. Who isn't, who's in, who's out. So let's start off by talking about the U.S. auto qualifiers. We have Scotty Scheffler, JJ Spaun, Xander Schauffele, Russell Henley, Harris English, and Bryson DeChambeau. I think we both know the elephant in the room of this roster. Who had Harris English as an auto qualifier on their bingo card?
Definitely not me, and I'm a huge UGA fan, as you could see. Yeah. So.
Harris English, much like we talked about with Foxy, probably not expecting to win twice. I doubt Harris English thought he was going to be an auto qual for this Ryder Cup team. In my mind, probably he's the weak spot on the roster. He's the, especially when you consider the format of the Ryder Cup, being that there is match play, you do need so much of that high scoring potential. English to me has always felt like, a consistent, he's kind of a boring golfer. Like,
I think he'll be good for foursomes though. I really do. Like, I think he's got the game to potentially be a strong foursome player. And I wouldn't be surprised if at the most he plays 3 times, the 2 foursomes matches in the singles.
Yeah. Another probably surprising name for a lot of people, as we alluded to earlier, JJ Spaun. I doubt anybody thought he was going to be an auto qualifier, but I mean, we can knock these guys all that we want to and say, like, we didn't expect them to be auto qualifiers. Like, they auto qualified for a reason. Their 2025 performance not only had the highs, it had the consistency. That's where you get this auto qualifying status. Like, it's not a surprise to anybody, I think, to see Scotty there, see Xander there, Henley maybe, but we all know Russell Henley's game. Again,
he had a great year though too. I think it was like 11 top 10s or something ridiculous.
Yeah, just again the epitome of consistency. What Russell Henley was this year. Had a couple blow up events, but he's like Scotty Scheffler if he didn't have the high end upside of Scotty Scheffler.
Yep.
Like, just consistently there. Mm-hmm. I think Bryson maybe surprises people just because, there's so few opportunities for the live players to earn points to auto qualify. So for him to be able to auto qualify, and, I think it's huge for the team.
Huge.
You want to talk about a guy who can fire up the entire squad off a single swing, even. Like, we've seen the juice this guy can bring, like when he, driving over the water, putting it pin high on a par 4 that's a 3-shot hole for any other player in the world.
Could you imagine that crowd? I mean, with the Bryson, say, Rory singles match or Bryson Rahm, like, dude, he's the guy I'd be sending out first on Sunday singles. Really, I don't think it matters what the situation is. Like, that place is going to lose their mind. It's going to be a great atmosphere anyway, but, like, what a face turn Bryson's made in the last few years with golf fans, and they're going to be going nuts for him. I have no doubt about that. The New York guys.
Yeah, just an absolute tone setter. Heading on over to the European auto qualifier side, we have Rory McIlroy, Robert McIntyre, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, Rasmus Højgaard, and Tyrrell Hatton. Obviously, we expected Rory to be here. Most of us probably expected Fleetwood to be here. I don't think anybody else would have predicted the other 4 guys to be here. Not to say that they're bad golfers. McIntyre, when he's on, one of the best putters in the world. Get that man on a link style course and watch some magic happen. Rosie's Rosie. He's having a career bounce back. Like a lot of, you want to talk about a guy who can stay relevant late in their 40s, approaching 50. Højgaard, the first ever twin to play in a Masters. after his brother in a Ryder Cup after his brother was on the last iteration of the team, and then Hatton, also a live player who was able to auto qualify. If we're just talking the auto qualifiers, I do think the United States has the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not a little bit intimidated by some of the names there, because when it comes to the European team, like the US team feels like a bunch of very consistent golfers who can put up very consistent performances. The European team has that in Fleetwood. They have that in Rose, but the other guys, Rory, McIntyre, Hojgaard, Hatton, those feel like guys where if they can get hot, they're going to get on a roll and they could be scary.
The experience too. Like the Europeans have so much experience. Like they have their new generation of Poulters and Montgomerys and Faldos. Like they've been doing this now for 3 decades to where Rory's been on the team for forever. Hatton's now been on 3 or 4. Lowry, same deal. Hovland, I think, has been on the last 2. Fitzpatrick's been on the last couple. Rahm's been on them for the last 5 or 6. Like, I do think the experience matters, but at the end of the day, I think Keegan sacrificing himself gives the Americans a chance when I think otherwise I would have not. I don't think I would have thought that had a chance if Keegan would have picked himself. I think by him making the ultimate sacrifice, all those other guys that were captain's picks are going to be ready to run through a wall. And it's like the ultimate sacrifice, right? Like, how much it means to him because we all watched his disappointment, on full swing when he didn't get picked for the last one. And he kind of got screwed by be giving the captain because he ended up playing well enough to absolutely either, just miss a top 6, or he would have definitely been a captain's pick. And I thought he was going to pick himself, but after hearing what he said and just like hearing the calls to like Sam Burns and stuff, I think he gave the United States the best chance to win.
I agree. Yeah. That was one of the questions I wanted to ask you about the captain's picks. So the United States team captain picks, I'll run through them quickly here. Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Ben Griffin, Cam Young, Sam Burns, and Patrick Cantlay. I think Keegan should have picked him. I would have totally understood if he did pick himself, is what I should say,
yeah.
because he absolutely deserves to be on this team. I can't think of a guy that I want to be captain more than Keegan Bradley, though. Like, I would run through a brick wall for that guy after seeing him on full swing. So I fully appreciate his sacrifice. On the captain's pick side of things too, you already named a couple of them, but on the European side, Shane Lowry, Sepp Straka, Ludwig Aubert, Victor Hovland, Matt Fitzpatrick, Jon Rahm. I was going to ask you if you think anybody was snubbed from the European side.
I mean, Harry Hall definitely deserved to, I think, make the team. And he was probably the hottest guy, outside of maybe Rory and a few others. But it's hard to argue with the 6 guys that you just read off. Like, that is a really strong captain pick, like 6-pack. Like, I like the guys on the Americans chose, but I mean, you could argue the 6 captain plays for Europe are stronger than the 6 automatic qualifiers.
I agree. All right, we are approaching the end of the show here. So I'm going to run through a couple of the top bets that are out right now. All of these odds are available on DraftKings. I'm just going to kind of rapid fire, throw you on the hot seat. Top European team scorer. Who do you think?
Give me Hatton plus 800. He usually plays well in these things, and you said he gets really hot.
Awesome. Great pick. He is also my favorite of the not Jon Rahm, Rory McIlroy tier. Heading on to the U.S. side, are we going away from the chalk of Scotty here, or are we just riding Scotty at plus 200?
It's hard to not pick Scotty at plus 200, but I do really like Cam Young at plus 1,600. Like, I think Cam is got the talent to be one of the best players in the world, and he seems to kind of have figured out his game. I'm excited to see him mix it up. He's a real competitive dude, has a great history in match play for like the WGC. I think that's a good value too. But anytime you get plus odds on Scotty, it seems like lately, just take them.
I agree. All right, day one winner. Are we going USA, Europe, tie?
I'd probably go tie. The foursome winner is my favorite play for day one. The Europeans just always dominate. You're getting plus 160 odds. Like that looks really appealing to me.
I agree. I think I also wouldn't be surprised to see a tie after day one. My favorite of the actual, the remaining plays here, honestly, I think it's USA day two winner at plus 110. I like it's, I would pick day three singles winner as the USA, but that's minus money. We don't, well, let's have a little fun while we're at it. I'll take the day one winner as the USA at plus 110. And then who do you think takes it all? We Team Europe, USA.
You know, what did Ben Crenshaw say? I got a good feeling about this, and I have a good feeling about it for the U.S., but I'm not betting that. If I was betting on a winner for this event, I would bet on the Europeans, but I don't want to do that because I want to be able to root for the U.S. wholeheartedly when it comes to the entire event. Well, I bet the Europeans or U.S. maybe for the day or whatever. Do props? Absolutely, but I'm not going to bet against America to win the whole thing.
You love to see it.